Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Friday, March 6th. And Andrew, as soon as we start doubting our hogs, they just pull us right back in, brother, after a dominant win over Texas, 105-85. We are fresh live about an hour after the game is over. Andrew, how are the vibes after beating down the Longhorns?
Yeah, anytime you can beat a team from Texas, especially that team from Texas, we will take it. So yeah, all doubts are removed and all is forgiven after
Right.
after the trip to Gainesville. But I know apologies to everybody. My internet just completely went kaput the other day, so I didn't get to comment after the Florida game, which is probably a good thing. But um man, if there's a better team in the country than Florida right now, today, I know they had a rough start to the season, but as we're filming this, I'd like to see a better team than the way Florida's playing right now. So, but anyway, tonight was fantastic. Again, we're filming this right after the game, so great to see senior night. I'm sure we're going to get into it, but them announcing that Nolan is finally getting a statue. A-Cuff's more than likely last game there. Who knows about Malik Thomas, Billy Richmond, those guys. So, um, anyway, fantastic. The way we play is like, man, I just wish we could play that loose all the time. Just felt like we were just loose and comfortable. It was like Cal was just like, roll it out there and just play comfortable, just play your game and have fun. And that's kind of how it went. You were in the building, so tell us how it looked and felt in the building.
We looked like we looked like Florida last Saturday. I mean, we just looked unbeatable tonight. And I know Texas defensively, their metrics aren't great, but they're a tournament team. They've got a bunch of good wins at Alabama, at Missouri. They've got a bunch of good wins. Um, so yeah, it was when you got DJ hitting threes and Trevin hitting
Yeah.
threes and Acuff going for 28 and 13 or whatever he ended up having. Um, Nick Pringle contributed. Yeah, I mean if tonight's version of Arkansas has potential to make a run to a Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it was a blast in there. Let's go ahead and start with the Nolan thing. I think
Mm-hmm.
that is awesome. So my wife texted me this morning. She's like, "Oh, you can't go to the bathroom at the game tonight at halftime because they just said on Chuck and Bo that you're not going to miss the halftime show." And I was like, "Oh, it's going to be another stupid laser show or something that they do, and it's a bummer, you know."
Yeah.
And then I legitimately was like, "It's going to be something with John Tyson, and putting Tyson on the jerseys." And
Mm-hmm.
sure enough, what do? They bring out Johnny Tyson at halftime, and they bring out a player from every sport at Arkansas with their jersey on in the Tyson patch.
Oh.
And I know that's big. Like, I get it. Like, that's huge, we don't know how much he's given, but like hearing that, oh, there's gonna be a halftime show you don't want to get out of your seat for, then they're just
Mm-hmm.
bringing out John Tyson, whatever. And then everybody walks off the floor and Yurichek says, hold on, hold on, hold on. And then they trot out Nolan. And dude, I'm telling you, this old man's getting soft right here. I got a little bit teary eyed. Just I still got some chill bumps. Um, it was it was special. It was special in there. I mean, you could just feel everybody that had some semblance of those days and knows what he meant to our program. And um, he's already got a street named after him. He's got the court named after him. But it always felt like there's needs to be a statue. A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
have said that for a long time.
Oh yeah.
And as much as we've completely shit on Hunter Yurichek on this show, rightfully so, I will say that he has got the Nolan thing right after the fallout with Nolan and Frank Broyles, and Jeff Long never really did anything, he has got the Nolan thing right by, really opening the university's arms to bring him back, and just all the respect in the world for Nolan, obviously, and just as morbid as this sounds, doing it before he passes, I think means
Mhm.
everything. It's like
Oh,
putting Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame after, a month after he dies, like
yeah.
that's stupid. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it gave me chill bumps. It was very emotional. Um, and you could feel it in the building. It was great. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's definitely long overdue. I've been clamoring or hammering, whatever word I'm looking for is, for him to have a statue. Every coach that wins a national championship has a statue. I don't know why it took 32 years or whatever to get one, but um yeah, just glad that it's finally happening. And yeah, I mean, we'll give Yurchek his due when he's due it. And it's not very often, but today we'll give it to him just because
Right.
the naming the court after him, and then finally getting the long overdue statue. That's big deal. So
Yeah.
we'll give you your chops today. So
And obviously he won a natty. Like that's the thing. But
mhm.
he went to 3 Final Fours. I mean,
Right,
or
yeah,
and a national championship game,
yeah.
obviously. And he had some really
Should have won too. Really.
should have won 2, and arguably should have won 3 because some say that team in 90-91
Hmm.
was maybe just as good as the national championship team, if not better.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it wasn't just like one off, winning a natty. Like, dude, he literally took what Eddie Sutton built and even took it to a higher level where we were, it was us and Duke in Arizona. Like that was, we were up there with those guys. So,
Yeah.
yeah, well done, Hunter Yurchek and whoever else is on the board that makes those decisions. I'm really happy for Nolan. And I was happy he was there tonight because he got to watch a good game. He
Yep.
got to have fun. I know he had some battles with Texas back in the day. Um, he uh, he had a prime seat down there, watching, and he's really laid back. Um, he's really chill, at these games. But I felt like tonight. So short story, like I got to have dinner with Nolan at his house a couple years ago. I got some family friends who were really close with him, and we got to go eat at his house, and it was a really neat experience. But he doesn't talk bad about anybody, even if he thinks it,
Hmm.
except for Coach Penders at Texas, Tom Penders, when he was at Texas. That's the only word he said bad about anybody. He did not like Tom Penders at Texas. And so, and I remember he got thrown out at Texas one time. And so I know tonight he really enjoyed tonight. But yeah, it was special night. So, on to the game. 105-85, everything going right offensively for the Hogs. Defensively, they just do what they do just enough to get by. Um, your boy Trevor Brazil. So I bet all Trevor Brazil overs tonight because I just had a feeling like in his last game, because he has these games where he goes for like 20 or 18 and
Hmm.
his number was 12 and a half. So I bet his over 12 and a half, and he cleared that in the first half. So that was an easy
Hmm.
winner. Um, really happy for Trevin. Like Trevin has frustrated the crap out of me over the years.
Yeah.
Um, but he's a 4-year guy. You don't see that very often. One guy stay at one school for 4 years.
Hmm.
You don't see it ever. And just seeing like the player he's become, and like I remember his breakout in Maui that year, like it was yesterday, like at the Maui tournament with Muss,
Hmm.
and that's kind of where he had his breakout. He hit a bunch of threes and had some nice dunks, and he tore his ACL or whatever a couple games later. But yeah, man, it was nice to see Trevin. They called him out last in the starting five. They always called Darius last, but they called Trevin's name last, and got a big standing ovation. And even though he drives me nuts, like, man, I appreciate the 4 years he poured into Arkansas because it's nobody else does that anymore. So, um, but yeah, if Trevin's hitting threes and getting steals and dunking and blocking shots, and he's the X factor to all this, really.
Yeah. Yeah. If he can give us good minutes, stay out of foul trouble, get blocks, score 15, get
Yeah,
8, 9, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks. Yeah,
yeah,
that's we'll make a run in the tournament if he can do all that. So,
yeah.
um, but yeah, it's definitely going to be matchup driven how far we go in the tournament.
Oh, for sure.
It's not like we just face any and everybody and make it to the Final Four. It's going to have to be.
Yeah,
We're going to have to have some help. We're going to have some some front court dominated teams not make their way to to our
yeah.
matchup.
And
But
that's what I said on the pod, the solo pod I did the other day was
mhm.
we need to avoid Florida and Michigan. Those are the main two.
Yeah.
Like, there's some other teams who are good in the front court, but those are the main two. We have like 3 guys that are almost 7 foot and
Hmm.
just a bad matchup for us. So if you can
Yeah.
avoid those 2 and not even be in a bracket with those 2,
Yeah.
you're sitting pretty good.
Yeah.
Not saying you can't beat them on any given night, but it's gonna be tough to beat those guys for sure.
Yeah.
If I'm watching the selection show here in a couple Sundays and I see we got a Michigan matchup in the Sweet 16, it's definitely gonna be like it's gonna be kind of a bummer. So
What if they put Michigan as the 1, Florida as the 2, and us as the 5?
yeah,
And
right. So
it's
we're
like,
either way, you're
yeah.
yeah. Um,
I hope that
and
doesn't
then
happen.
like once again, getting to watch Darius Acuff the last time, probably in person, probably. You never know. May make a trip if we get to a Final Four, obviously.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
more than likely getting to see Darius Acuff for the last time in person. And he didn't disappoint. You know, it's funny how like these guys, when they know this is a meaningful game of some kind, like
Hmm.
Trevin or Darius, like you just had a feeling they were going to go off, and they both did. And
Hmm.
looked like the best player in the country tonight. Not the best point guard. He looked the best player in the country tonight.
Hmm.
Obviously, 28 points, 4 or 6 from three, 13 assists. I mean, he was just throwing dimes
Oh
everywhere.
yeah.
Like it was just
The one he actually had a bad turnover, but then we got the ball back. I think maybe Wagner stole it back, passed
yeah,
it to Brazil, who passed it to Acuff, and Acuff, like, as soon as he got it, turned around and just like threw it up. It was perfect oop
yeah,
to Brazil.
yeah,
That was a fun play. I mean, the whole game was fun, but that
yeah.
was really fun.
And watching his passing over the season get better has been really fun because
Hmm.
the first like 7, 8 games of the year, he was getting like 2 or 3 assists a game.
Hmm.
And now he leads the SEC in assists. Like,
Yeah.
so just his maturity and how much better he's gotten, not just being a scorer, but being a point guard.
Yeah.
And
No, for
he's
sure.
had the one clunker. Florida was the clunker. Like, you know, even in his not most efficient games like Missouri or A&M, he still got 20 and 6 assists or whatever. But like
Hmm.
he's with this whole season as a true freshman and he's had one bad game. So
Hmm.
while we're talking about Darius, I'm going to pull up a Sean Miller clip that he just talked about in his press conference. Um, I think I think Sean Miller. Those of you like who know Sean Miller know he doesn't BS. Like he calls his team out religiously, and press kind of like Musk did. He talks about how soft they are and how some of the games he basically like, oh well, we just suck and not give the other team credit. Like that was all us just sucking tonight. Like he's
Hmm.
not one of those guys who just panders to the media. But I'm gonna pull this clip up and get your thoughts about this clip from Sean Miller here.
I'm just going to make one statement here. Usually, a guy like Acuff gets, too much credit or too much respect as a young player in college basketball. That can happen sometimes when a guy is that highly touted and certainly has this bright future beyond college like he does. But in my time, I'll just go 34 years. I've never seen a point guard better. And when people talk about, who's going to be the number one pick in the NBA draft or who's the best player in the conference, I mean, just for a perspective, and I think our conference is great. he averages 25 points a game. I'll just start right there. He shoots 40% from the 3-point line. He leads our league in assists. I think he's the first player since Pete Maravich who's led our league in both points and assists. If you look at Arkansas as a team, the best thing they do is they never turn the ball over, and that's because he has the ball in his hands 80% of the time. His assist to turnover ratio is astonishing. And not until you actually are in the game and you feel his presence. You know, the adage of a point guard makes the game easier for his teammates. He's a textbook prime example of that. I just have never been on a court where one player at that position is any better than he is. You know, greatness is how I would describe his game, and seems like an amazing young man. And you know, just to watch, I bring it up because this is game 30. He's got several weeks or a month or so left, but guys like him, they just don't come into college basketball very, very often. I mean, he's a generational player. He's really, really good. And this number one pick thing, like, I don't know why people aren't talking about him more. I can't imagine anybody better. We felt that tonight. And look, there's a lot of other guys on Arkansas who played well. We couldn't make a free throw. We were not at our best, maybe similar to Arkansas on the weekend, and we have to respond and get back to Austin and play our final home game along the lines of what Arkansas just did. That was not our best, and I thought we caught Arkansas on a great night. And I cannot underestimate the impact of Acuff as a player. He is a monster.
You talked about 3-point shooting, but also
I mean, is there any higher praise? He wasn't even asked about Acuff. That was his opening statement. He wasn't even asked about him.
Yeah. I mean, to say 34 years and that's the best player you've seen step on a college court at the point guard position, that's I'd say it's pretty high praise.
I mean, once again, I'm getting my feels tonight. That just gives me goosebumps. Like that's just, and we've been saying on this pod, you know, anybody with a pellet for a brain has been saying like he's a generational player. Put him on the Mount Rushmore of Arkansas greats, obviously. Like, but to hear an opposing coach who's been to, you know, Elite Eights, I think he's even been to Final Four, maybe. But you know, Sean Miller's been doing it a long time, and to come out and say, you know, 34. Now that's probably a stretch, you know, but he said it. He said it. And then to go on and talk about how why our people aren't talking about him as the number one overall pick. I mean, we better live in this moment. That's all I gotta say. We better live in this moment.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, that's as high a praise as you can get for somebody to say that you're the best at the position they've ever seen step on a college court in 30 plus years. So that's high praise. I mean, and yeah, like you said, we've talked about it until we're blue in the face about how great he is and how fun he is to watch, and you know what the potential of what he has to mean to this program long term. And so yeah, I mean, for a long line of a basketball school, for him to be, you know, up there with the names of the greatest of all time to play here, it's big time. So yeah. Hopefully we've appreciated it and get to appreciate it for a lot longer throughout this month.
I know I have, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what that dude does the rest of the way. There ain't gonna be no hate coming out of my mouth to Darius Acuff. I mean, ain't gonna be no hate. So, I think the dude's a baller. I think he's a hooper. I think he's a winner. I hope he goes and just backpacks us in March Madness and says, "Let's ride. Hop on my back. I'll carry us as far as I can." And but you know what? If we get beat by Yale in the 5-12 game, it ain't because Darius Acuff didn't do his part. So, you know, it's
I'm hoping for more of like a Shabazz Napier type run through the through the NCAA tournament. So we'll see.
Great comp.
Just put them on your back and take them all the way.
Yeah, great comp. Real quick, let's go through a few more guys. Nick Pringle, 8 points, 4 rebounds.
We'll take it.
I know
that's a huge 8 points.
That's an A+ game for Nick Pringle.
Yes,
A+, 100%. Billy was a little bit quiet tonight. He only had 8 points on 3 of 9 shooting, but guess what? He went got 9 rebounds too. Like that's what Billy does. Like he's been scoring 20 and only getting like 4 rebounds, but he realized real quick that hey, his shot wasn't falling. So how am I going to impact us winning this game in other ways? Like that's the difference between Billy and a bunch of other guys. So and
he had several jump shots too that I mean like went all the way down to the bottom and came back out. Yeah. So
Malik had 13. He had like 10 at halftime, so he had a quiet second half, but a quiet 13 for Malik. And then Malik Ewing got in foul trouble. He never could get going tonight. He only played 15 minutes. And then DJ, our boy DJ, 3 threes, 15 points. Once again,
had some great layups.
DJ and Trevin going, this team's gonna be tough to beat. I mean, they're the 2 X factors, I think.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be tough to beat. But yeah, great win for the Hogs. Last game in Bud. All right. Double buys locked up.
Yep.
Locked up. Doesn't matter what happens Saturday at Missouri. I thought Acuff looked healthy tonight. I didn't think he was limping around.
Yeah.
But we know he's been in a boot the last 2 weeks. Do you give him Saturday off? If you're John Calipari, you're at Missouri, win or lose, your seed doesn't change at all, really. You got the double bye locked in. Win or lose a game, your overall seed line probably doesn't change. You're probably stuck on the 5 line no matter what. More than likely. I'm not saying for sure, but you give Acuff some rest, or you just say, hey, let's go hoop.
If I'm Cal, I'm offering it to him. Now, whether Cal has said he's going to look me in the face and tell me you're an idiot for even proposing it. But if I'm Cal, I'm at least proposing it, offering it to be like, hey, let's get you healthier and let's go just crush it in postseason. But, competitors compete. That's what they do. And, I love that about him. And so I imagine he will play, but, I would at least offer it to him, to rest on Saturday.
Is he the only one that gets that offer, or do you give, Malik Thomas has a bum foot right now. Cal said Monday in his show at Sassy's. Does anybody, Billy, is he the only one that gets that opportunity, or do you look at a couple other guys?
Well, the thing, and I mean, you can speak to this more as somebody with actual coaching experience, but I don't know. I don't want to get the whole team out of rhythm going into the postseason, but also, you got the double bye. I don't know. To me, I would want to keep as many people in rhythm as possible, especially after how well we played tonight. I'd love to just kind of keep that going, but I don't know. You could look at it both ways and do it. I would probably only sit people with extreme that I had caution about.
Yeah.
Going in. So Acuff, obviously we need as healthy as possible going into the tournament.
Yeah.
But for anybody else, I would want to. I mean, it'd have to be like pretty major because you already don't have Knox, and I'd want to just like I said, keep that rhythm going.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like unless they're just like under 80% health, 70% health, like let's go out and play. Let's go out and ball. If you're trying to grind through it like 60, 70%, okay, we'll give you the day.
Yeah.
But if that's the way That's the way it'd have to be. If the SEC ended today, we got one more round of games on Saturday, obviously. But if the SEC ended today, if the tournament started today, Arkansas would be a 3 seed, obviously with the double bye. We would be on the same line as Auburn and Ole Miss, and the winner of that would play Vandy, the 6, and then we would play the winner of Vandy in the Ole Miss Auburn game. To be honest with you, I think Vandy's a great matchup for us. I mean, you talk about no bigs. You saw what we did to him at Bud. Obviously, you probably won't do that again. But
Yeah.
Really, the only teams that I don't love playing Tennessee just because of their bigs. Obviously, Florida, and then Alabama. Just their style. Obviously, we're not playing them until the semis if we both get there. But Vandy, A&M, Missouri, even Kentucky. I would love to play Kentucky again. I want one more shot at Kentucky. But I'm not really worried about our matchup. Really, honestly, no matter who we play. As long I was just there for a while. Tennessee was hovering on that 5 or 6 range, and they still could be. I guess I think they play Vandy on Saturday, so. If Vandy beats Tennessee, I'm sure that'll put Vandy into the 4, and Tennessee may drop to the 5 or 6. So that's still an option. But yeah, I love that. I love that seed line. Give me Vandy in the quarters all day long, and then go beat Alabama, revenge game versus Alabama, and then go get your teeth kicked in by Florida probably in the finals. So Joe Lunardi just released a new bracketology. Still has us on the 5 line. He released this after the game just a little bit ago. Still has us. I mean, I think we're firmly on that 5. So if you're on the 5, that means you're matched up obviously with a 1. Or no, you have to play a 4. If you win, you play a 4. He has a 4 seeds is Kansas, Virginia, Texas Tech, and Alabama. Obviously, you won't get matched up with Bama.
It'll be Kansas.
Probably, right.
100%.
So you get Darren Peterson, who I know he misses almost every game because he's a pansy, but he'll play that whole game in the tournament.
Right.
So that's scary. He does have Kansas as the number 1 4 seed though. So, but does Virginia scare you at all in the 4 or 5 game?
I haven't watched a lot of Virginia in the post. What was their coach?
Tony Bennett.
Yeah. I haven't watched a lot of Virginia in the post Tony Bennett era, so I don't know much about him. But
I'll answer it for you. You're not scared of Virginia in the 4 or 5 game.
Okay. All right. Well, that's if we were still in the Tony Bennett era, I wouldn't be scared of them in the 4. So okay. Good to know.
And then Texas Tech, JT Toppinless, Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'd take that.
I know they've been winning without him. I know, but I don't care.
You already beat him with him.
Yeah, you beat him with him, so no excuse not to beat him without him. That is correct.
Yeah, I'll take either one of those over Kansas and Bama. So.
And then just cause the last two 3 seeds are Gonzaga and Nebraska. Give me all that.
Nebraska's gonna lose first game.
Right.
Never won a tournament game.
Never won a tournament game, so they're gonna get upset anyway.
Yeah.
But if one of those 2 teams drop to the 4, Nebraska, Gonzaga, Virginia, Texas Tech, give me all that.
I haven't watched Nebraska. Is Fred Hoiberg still Nebraska?
Yeah.
I do like Fred.
His son's a little stud. His son's a stud.
Okay.
So
I do like Fred Hoiberg though. So they might win that game.
Hey, five white guys shoot a ton of threes.
Mm-hmm.
Run a ton of offense, a bunch of cute sets, and so they're better, but give me all that. Give me all that.
Yeah.
And then Joey has the 1 seeds as Duke, UConn, Michigan, and Arizona. And so I mean that's just you would want UConn of those 4, but that's 4 really, really tough teams. So, you really don't want any of them. But
Yeah.
And then the 2 seeds, he's got Michigan State, Florida, Houston, and Illinois. So if you do fall to a 6 seed, right, you get to play a 3 in the second round. So Iowa State, Purdue, Nebraska, Gonzaga, all 4 of them. Come on, all 4 of those 3 seeds. Come on, give me the 2 seeds: Michigan State, Florida, Houston, Illinois. That's tougher, obviously, but you can tell me if I'm a 6 seed, I have to beat Virginia Tech in the 6-11 game. Then I could possibly have to beat Nebraska, and then I may get Michigan State. Then I'm in the Elite 8. I mean, really? Like, that would be a great draw. I mean, that'd be a great draw. So yeah, I'm feeling, maybe it's just because I'm sure I'm prisoner of the moment after this Texas game, but yeah, if we can avoid Michigan, Florida, preferably Duke, Arizona, you know,
Sure.
I mean, I feel good, man. It's just all going to come down to who gets what draw, who gets what
Yep.
draw.
For sure.
So, moving on, we talked about Mizzou a little bit on Saturday. I just don't know what to think now. Like, we don't have to win it. They really need to win it. Like, I think they're off the bubble. Let me see what Joe Lenardi has. He's got him as one of the last 4 buys. So, not last 4 in, but last 4 buys. So he has him as like a 10 seed right now.
Okay.
So they're still obviously trying to win, and make sure they're staying firmly off that bubble. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. That could be a scary game for us.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for us.
Right.
Anyways, Florida at Kentucky on Saturday. That'll be if Florida just does what they've been doing, that should be a spanking, I would think, in Rupp Arena. Vandy at Tennessee. That'll be an interesting game with seed line implications. And then that's about it. Auburn at Alabama. Those are the 2 main games. So, anyways, I know this was a basketball heavy pod. The Hogs have Stetson in baseball this weekend. Should be a 4-game sweep, I would hope.
I don't know. Should be.
Let me say this. They trotted out every sport at halftime with the jersey with the John Tyson logo. Gymnastics, tennis, basketball. Were we even wearing it tonight? Was it on our basketball jersey tonight?
No, it doesn't. From what I understand, it doesn't start until the fall.
Oh, okay. I will say this. Quincy Rose came out with it on the football jersey. Didn't even notice it. Cam Kozel came out with it on the baseball jersey. It pissed me off. It just doesn't look good on the baseball jersey. For whatever reason, it just doesn't. We got such clean baseball jerseys, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine like us wearing the Sunday creams? And then we got Tyson. It just didn't look good on the baseball jersey. I don't know why. It drove me nuts.
Yeah. They started doing it in pro baseball, and I was the most upset about it, I think, when they did it in pro baseball than any of the other sports. I don't know, just baseball. It's the weirder of the big 3. It's like, you have baseball purists for sure. There's a lot of unwritten rules in baseball. I don't know. So yeah, there's just something about it that makes baseball feel a little dirty for some reason. I don't know. I'm with you. I'm with you there though. So, but I'm also like, man, can we get like an update to I have no problem. Like if it's gonna bring in a bunch of money, I mean, at this point, I'm like,
yeah,
let's do anything we can to compete.
For sure.
But on that token, I'm like, it's not the greatest looking logos. Like, can we get like a rebrand of the Tyson logo before we do it? Like, even like a cool tee or like I don't know, something. It's just like kind of a Tyson Foods with like a little
Yellow and red. Yep.
We'll round it. I don't know. It works with our color scheme.
It does. It does.
But I don't know. I was like, can we get a refresh on the on the logo before we put it on every sport? But
Yep.
apparently not. If they trotted them, I saw the video they put out today too. So they trotted everybody out there with them. So that'll be the logo that's on there.
Yeah.
But
And nobody knows the number. We haven't really talked about it. We'll just touch on it. Nobody knows the number that Tyson's giving.
mhm,
I'm assuming it's obviously substantial
yeah,
to get your logo on 19 jerseys.
yeah,
I think us and LSU are the only two schools in the country that have a deal to get a sponsor on a jersey.
mhm,
But obviously, every sport will get a little cut of it, right? I mean, I would assume you're putting the logo on the jersey. They're not going to put your logo on the tennis jersey unless tennis is getting a little NIL out of this deal. And
yeah,
so, um, I would assume hopefully this really helps. I don't think Cal needs help. Maybe he does. But I assume this will help football the most, I would hope.
mhm,
Would be my hope. So, and then the rumor was that Learfield is going to buy the naming rights to the stadium. So, uh, that's I guess that's the radio conglomerate that we do the play by the games on radio. It's Learfield
right,
Sports or whatever.
mhm.
So I've read that Learfield is going to buy the naming rights to the stadium. So should have some good cash coming in, hopefully.
So like Learfield Razorback Stadium.
Welcome to Learfield Razorback Stadium.
I was really hoping like one of the other. I don't know. I hate to say what I'm about to say because it's gonna sound like I'm Sam Pittman when I say it, but like Arkansas really is like a proud state. Like we're very proud of ourselves. Like we've always had to, and a lot of that comes with having to, the stories that our dads would tell us about having to
Mhm.
play in the Southwest Conference and being the only non-Texas team, and so we had to kind of be our own, our own state and hold our own against the big bad Texas and the schools of Texas. But I was really hoping like one of our great local companies would have. I mean, hey, we were Walmart Razorback Stadium or Hunt Razorback Stadium or Simmons Razorback Stadium or whoever.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be really cool to have. Um, you know,
No, I agree, but let's be real. It's just gonna be Razorback Stadium to us. Razorback
well, yeah,
Stadium, that's all it is.
yeah,
They could come on ABC, welcome to Learfield Stadium, and Fayetteville, whatever. Like it's Razorback Stadium. So
yeah,
when we were kids, we called it Donald W. Reynolds or whatever, but
yeah,
it's Razorback Stadium to me now. So
yeah.
is what it is. So anyways, last thing I want to touch base on is I'm really excited. So this pod will drop on Friday. We're filming on Wednesday night, but on Thursday night, I'm going to watch JJ Andrews. 5-star McDonald's All-American, playing in the state tournament, 10 minutes from my house. Not only am I going to just make sure, Cal's got the right eyes, just going to confirm everything Cal sees to make sure he's, picked his players right. But no, I'm just excited to go see a 5-star player right down the road. That doesn't happen every day. You may have you may have some Division I players. You may have some guys. I went and watched Daniel Gafford play in high school, and Bobby Portis, but like
Mm-hmm.
this just feels different. He's like ranked number 11 in the country. So yeah, really excited to go watch JJ Andrews. I'm sure it'll be packed because they're playing Farmington at Farmington, and
Okay.
so gonna have to get there early. But
Is that they're hosting state?
yeah,
Okay.
Farmington's hosting the 5A. So
Is that the only Northwest Arkansas school hosting?
yep,
Okay.
yep. We are at Bryant for the 6A. We're
Yep.
at Morrilton for the 4A. We're at Osceola for the 3A. We are at Poen for the 2A.
Old Poen.
Hey, that gym we played in, that wasn't hosting no state tournament at Poen.
No.
They built a nice new gym.
Okay.
And they got football. Poen has football now. I don't know if you knew
That's
that.
that's what I hear. Speaking of, so I was asked to call in to the Buzz this morning on our friends over at
Really?
Morning Mayhem, and so it's because they were having a debate about. So Justin Moore was adamant that Bud Walton Arena on the court and Razorback Stadium on the field did not have the logos, any logos on it.
Like
as
right
of
now?
Yeah, like as of now.
Yeah, they do.
And I was like, yeah, they do. And so I was texting Roger and saying like, yeah, it's on the field and the court, both Walmart and Tyson
Yeah.
logos. And so then they were like, well, maybe it's just Tyson for basketball and just Walmart for football. But Justin Moore was like adamant. He's like, there's not a Walmart logo on the basketball court. And I was like, they're both on both. And so
Yeah.
Roger texted me, he was like, call in. And so I called in, and he gave me the platform. He was like, what's the name of your podcast? And so I got to shout out
Really?
their field podcast.
Oh,
and
let's go.
and then, you know, confirmed that the logos were on the court. And then I don't know how Justin Moore, I don't know where he got this, but he was like, so you're a referee? And I was like, no. And I was driving, and so I was like distracted while I'm talking. And so I'm driving, and I don't know why or how I even brought it up, but I threw out Jessieville to Justin Moore. And I was like, I'm a Jessieville Lion. And he was like, what years were you there? I was like, you were gone by the time we played. I was like, I was 06. He's like, yeah, you were a little bit after my time. But he's like, no, we had some good scrums with Jessieville. And so
Yeah, that's funny.
so on the same show, I got to throw out Never Yield podcast and Jessieville. So
Heck yeah, that's a win. That's
yeah.
As old Jimmy V would say, that's a hell of a day. That's
Yeah.
a hell of a day.
Yes.
So a nice job. Maybe. Well, those of you that are tuning in from the loyal Morning Mayhem listeners, thanks for listening to the pod. And I think now would be a good time to all you new listeners, give us a like, a follow, a subscribe. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then we're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. So go give us a like and subscribe, tell a friend about us, and help us extend our reach into the Central Arkansas area.
That's right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Nice job, PR Andrew. Nice job,
There you go.
PR Andrew.
There you go.
So,
That's what I'm here for.
I hope everybody has a great weekend. Go out and watch some state tournament basketball if you got a state tournament close to you. It's, you know, high school basketball in Arkansas is really, really good. So go watch some games. Hope the Hogs get a dub at Mizzou. Hope we sweep Stetson and whatever else we have going on in Razorback country this weekend. So, Andrew, take us home, my man.
All right. I was just going to also say that by the time the next Tuesday's pod drops, when that drops, I will be welcoming my third and Lord willing final child into the world Tuesday morning at bright and early at 7:30 a.m. So
you can have the pod. The pod drops on 5 a.m. on Tuesday, so you can have the AirPod in while you're helping with the C-section.
We'll listen to it on the way to the hospital. We have to be there at 5:30. So
that's right. Heck yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So just throwing that out there. So, but yeah, stay classy.
Hopefully you get to do the pod for Tuesday. If not, obviously
I should be able to do Monday night. So
yeah, barring something crazy. So,
yeah.
Anyways, all right, my man.
All right, we'll stay classy. Never yield. Let's go Hogs. Finish strong, and just excited for March basketball. So let's do it.
Woo pig.